nature of your emergency.
I really enjoy working EMS because you get to go into a situation where people don't know how to react. It's really out of the ordinary for there to be some sort of crisis.
Blacksburg Rescue Squad is so professional, and they train their members so well. We really know what to expect, and we know how to handle it.
I got started in 1961, and I was following fire trucks, and fire chief asked me, you know, your answer never called, won't you join? So that's how I got involved. And I've stuck with it ever since. It's been a long time. I enjoy being around all these people, because you know, they're like family to me. And I hang around. I'm not doing anything now. If you need a driver, I'll drive. That's about it. I've enjoyed it. I've seen a lot of people come and go. Good people. And you know, if they're doing volunteer work, then they are good.
Community service was ingrained in me, so knowing that I wanted to do something in the emergency medical field, I felt like volunteering for a rescue squad would be best suited for me. It isn't just about a task that you do that's a one-time event and you move on, and those are great, but it's continuously giving of your time every week.
We are just waiting for the police to give us the go-ahead that it's safe for us to, well, they don't even have her yet. She's in a car somewhere. It's a possible overdose physically, like she's not incapacitated. Probably going to be a little bit agitated.
Yeah, we might have another friend in the back of us.
So we'll try to de-escalate her as much as we can and limit our assessments to where necessary. And right now I'm putting call times in and stuff in here.
I wouldn't be able to do it without a supportive husband. I wouldn't be able to do it without boys who have been drug up here on many occasions to attend meetings and have to hang out because mom was in a meeting, and they've always done it very cheerfully. But I also credit the rescue squad because it's like coming to a second family up here.
Oh my God, what is wrong with them? All right, the virus is catching.
Better end her.
You don't have to say now.
Yeah, I think it will too.
I was thinking itemized ones, right?
I've always done fire and rescue. So I've been captain, lieutenant. I've come down through the ranks. They kicked me off one time, so they couldn't cooperate. Nah, just kidding. But I've run a lot of calls, seen a lot of bad stuff. But you know, it's all about helping people. That's what it's all about.
My name is Katie Davis, and I am an emergency medical technician intermediate, and I've been at that level for since my son was born, so gosh, he will be 12 in June. So I bridged to intermediate then. It was a cardiac tech certification before that. So I've been ALS for many years, and I've been at the squad here for 10.5 years. Yeah, I'm a life member of another organization, Volunteer Rescue Squad in Richmond. I was there for 10 years before I came here. But I have 20 years of EMS background, so I feel like I can size up situations and know how to respond to different types of people a lot more easily than people that haven't been here very long. So I wanted to join when I was in college, but they didn't have a place it was easy for me to join where I was. It sparked an interest in my sister at the same time, and she's 2 years younger than I am. And so she joined the local rescue squad in Richmond. And so when I came home and graduated and decided I was going to stay in Richmond for grad school, I followed her to the rescue squad. I've always had an interest in emergency medicine and thought maybe I would be a doctor. But when I got to school and started doing my studies, I realized that actually I wanted to be a physical therapist instead. So I thought I could be the best of both worlds and be a physical therapist by day and do my volunteer work in EMS at night. I definitely think the squad and physical therapy can go hand in hand. One, because I know very well how to move patients. We've been on calls where people think that I can't get them from point A to point B because I'm a female, or we show up with an all-female crew. And so I learned in school I can move very big patients very easily by using good body mechanics. So that's helped me in the EMS world for physical therapy. Service became very important to me at a young age. My parents were always doing things community service oriented. I went to a school, kindergarten through 12th grade, that was very service oriented. I also went to a college that was very service oriented. So community service was ingrained in me. So knowing that I wanted to do something in the emergency medical field, I felt like volunteering for a rescue squad would be best suited for me and what I wanted to do with my community service time. It was a lot easier to balance it when I was single, and now that I've been married for almost 14 years and have 2 boys, I have been very, very fortunate that if it wasn't for my husband and his support and his wanting me to give back to the community, I don't think I'd be here. He encourages me to be here because he knows this is a passion for me. And I think it's an example that we want to show the boys that it isn't just about a task that you do that's a one-time event and you move on. And those are great. Some of those are great, but it's continuously giving of your time every week. And I thank them. I wouldn't be able to do it without a supportive husband. I wouldn't be able to do it without boys who have been drug up here on many occasions to attend meetings and have to hang out because mom was in a meeting. And they've always done it very cheerfully. But I also credit the rescue squad because it's like coming to a second family up here. You know, there were many, many times where I'd bring Sam up here as a toddler and Gabe would pick him up, bring him down here to the truck. I wouldn't see them for an hour and a half. And Sam loved every minute of it. If you would like to try joining the rescue squad or just coming up to see what we're all about, you'll find that there are so many different ways that this squad flexes to meet your needs. They embrace families. Like I said, that's the amazing thing about here is this becomes your second family and your extended family. You know, my husband's not one time ever done a ride along. He's had no desire. This is not medical stuff, does not interest him at all. But he's been supportive, and the squad has been supportive of him in ways sometimes that he couldn't even express. So to say that there's not time to try this if you wanted to, I really believe that you can make it work for your family because the squad helps make it work for your family. At my first squad, the shifts were 24-hour, anywhere from 12 to 24 hours overnight. So for me, it was the most easy time for me to be away from my family because I didn't come in until 10 p.m. at night. My kids are usually in bed and you get off at 6 a.m. in the morning. My kids haven't left for school yet. This past weekend, when we spent time up here after we had done the April 16th run, somebody asked Sam on Saturday and said, "Are you going to join? How old are you?" And he's going to be 12 in June. He said, "Oh yeah, when I'm 16, I'm joining." And I was like, yes, I've got at least one of my 2 kids is going to end up here. My hobbies probably would include my family. I love to run and I love to do CrossFit. That's probably the other thing I spend my any other free time I have away from the squad that's not hanging out with friends. I do like to work out. I've been running for years, and it's also a great way to relieve stress. My boys love sports. I love sports. We're huge basketball fans. We love living in Blacksburg. We love being Hokies. My husband fundraises for the athletic department, so we go to all the football games, all the basketball games. We catch a wrestling match, a tennis match, a women's volleyball game. We do a lot of sports. So that's probably my biggest hobbies outside of here.
My name is Merjan. I'm an EMT basic, and I've been on Blacksburg Volunteer Rescue since September of 2015. Right now I study wildlife conservation, and when I first came to college I was thinking of going along the lines of like game warden or working for the National Park Service as a park ranger, and I still am interested in that, and EMS meshes pretty well with that. The reason I probably got involved with EMS is because I was a very accident-prone child, and I spent a lot of time in the ER as a kid, and I really enjoyed interacting with EMS personnel, and I liked watching like getting stitches, that sort of thing. And as I went through Boy Scouts, I did a lot of first aid there, and I realized I really enjoyed it, so I just kind of went further into that, did wilderness first aid. And then when I came to school, I realized that I could actually get on an actual squad and volunteer, and I jumped for it. I really enjoy working EMS because you get to go into a situation where people don't know how to react. It's really out of the ordinary for there to be some sort of crisis, and it's nice to be able to go into that scenario and provide order and be a calm presence where you can just kind of take someone who's having an awful day and just kind of give them some direction and help them out. Working rescue, I really like working with a lot of really competent people because you get to work alongside some people who really are committed and they know what they're doing, and you're able to make a difference with them. And I really enjoy that because they're really fun to hang out with. Almost everyone I've met in EMS has a really good sense of humor. It seems to be like a prerequisite for the job. And so one moment, you're joking around with them, you're having a good time, and then the next minute you're working with them and you're really serious and everyone's performing really well. So that's definitely a big part of the reason I enjoy working rescue. I would say if you're on the fence about whether or not EMS might be right for you, I would say go for some ride-alongs and try it out. Give it a shot because, worst case scenario, you go on a ride-along, you don't like it, you just go home. But, if you find out you really enjoyed what you saw, it could find your calling. Running rescues improved my personal life is it's helped make me a bit more confident in social situations, because when you go on a call, a lot of the times you're going into a situation where you just have to be assertive and get whatever needs to be done, regardless of what people are thinking. A lot of time people will ask you, why are you doing this? And you just have to be like, I'm doing this to help this person. And so you can't really care about the way you're being perceived. And that's helped me in my personal life because sometimes, you get into those socially awkward situations, where someone drops something out of their backpack and then you realize you're gonna have to pick it up and run 40 feet up to them and tap them on the shoulder, and they're gonna wonder what the heck's going on, and then it's this big awkward situation. But you do it to help them, regardless of what people are going to think of you. And so situations like that, it's helped me become a bit more confident.
My name is Zoya Mahajan. My cert level is that I'm a basic EMT, and I've been running since last August. And then I also just love being on the ambulance. Just the thrill of getting a call and you get on the ambulance and the sirens are going off and you just save a life. And it's just a lot of fun. It takes a lot of stress out of your everyday life. It's something different. You're still learning a lot, and you're surrounded by awesome people that are literally just taking time out of their day to help people. So you can't really go wrong. I've gone on calls where people have, little to nothing. I don't even know how they would get to the hospital otherwise. And I just think it's so amazing that we give them the opportunity to get care as quickly as they need to, and that all the people here are doing this completely just because they love their community and want to help.
My name is Patrick Jones. I'm an EMT intermediate. I'm 20 years old. I was born, bred, and raised in Blacksburg, Virginia. I'm currently in the paramedic program at Jefferson College of Health Science. So one of my favorite memories here at the Rescue Squad is every Friday night group that I run is we go and we do this thing called Drunk Watch or Drunk Bingo. So what we do is we go and we sit out in front of our station and we have the bingo checklist, and every single time it's different. And we go and we watch drunk people and we make a bingo game out of it. So, you know, like we have one that is like a clown car. And so, you know, like if we see a clown car, we have to check it off. And we just do that until someone wins or until we get a call. Even though that we are all volunteer, it's that we are always there for anyone, for any situation, and we are always prepared.
My name is Chris Cost, and I am an EMT basic, and I've been with Blacksburg Volunteer Rescue Squad for about 2.5 years. I've always enjoyed volunteering in my community, and I usually seek out the biggest bang for your buck opportunities. I didn't even know there was a Blacksburg Rescue Squad for a long time. I've lived in Blacksburg 20 years. And what happened was a friend of mine invited me to an open house in the summer. And I actually couldn't even make it. But we both had small children and her son really enjoyed it. And so she invited me to bring my daughter, and the next year rolled around and she made the invitation, and then she couldn't make it. But we came and brought her son with us. And our kids had a great time. And at that open house there was a table, a sign-up table. And that's when I signed up for a ride-along at that session. So I'd only known about the Rescue Squad for about a year before I was interested in joining. And I wasn't even interested in joining when I signed up for the ride-along. I just wanted to check it out and get an idea. And so at the ride-along, of course, the crew was pretty enthusiastic. And that's when I started the process of joining and took the EMT class that fall. I got my degree from Virginia Tech in 2004 in horticultural science, actually. And I was a biological materials technician in the CRC for a few years before I had my daughter. And when I joined the squad, I was by then a stay-at-home mom. So no healthcare career focus. People at Rescue really back each other up. It's a tight community, and it's not hard to get in, you know. I came in as a complete outsider without any healthcare experience, and I was assigned a mentor when I joined, and that helped a lot. But now I feel like I'm definitely engaged and well-liked and part of the group. Not that everybody gets along, it's like a big family, but I am part of the family now. Everybody was so generous with themselves and of their knowledge, and inclusive and inviting and encouraging me to join, and just excited to have a new member of the squad. And it just was such a welcoming place, and just watching them do their work really made me think, oh, I could do that, you know, I could do that. We accommodate all personality types. So if you're someone who's squeamish or timid, there is a place for you at Rescue. And not only is there a place for you, but we need you. We need people. We need especially community people to join the Rescue Squad. Blacksburg is a transient town. People come and people go pretty quickly here. And there's no problem with that, but the squad benefits from having a bank of knowledge with long-term members. And so this is the kind of thing where I'd encourage any community member to come and do a ride-along with us, complete time with the crew, and go on a call and witness how they work. And you'll see firsthand that we're an inclusive environment and we make room for everybody.